It takes time to plan a party like this, and San Diego has just 18 months to make the Centennial of the Panama, California Exposition in Balboa Park as memorable as its first expo back in 1915. At the time, only 40,000 people lived in San Diego. Still, 4 million people, a million more than the county's current population, came to the expo at Balboa Park. Joining me are Adam Burke and Phil Green from Autonomy, an LA-based production company hired to make the celebration sizzle. Adam, I understand that this celebration is going to be divided into 4 areas called spectaculars. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, the spectaculars are one big area within the celebration. They're sort of the big public events, the type of events that people normally associate with centennials and celebrations. And so we've announced now locations within which there's a lot of creative development taking place, but the first location is Balboa Park, where we're planning a 1915 gala, which will transport you back to the time and get everyone into the right headspace, and costumes and dance and music, and just very much a spirit of the time, which there's a lot of people in San Diego very fired up to get involved in that. The next one is a concert on the border, on both sides of the border, recognising San Diego's role as a border city, and it's the gateway to Latin America and the neighbouring country of Mexico, with big stars from Mexico and from also from the USA combining together. So that'll be a made-for-television concert in that really interesting border location down by the ocean, Friendship Park. And then the third one is a water show, which will honour the Navy and the military and the Marines, and have a lot of spectacular elements on the water. And then the fourth one's a surprise.
Okay. and Phil, how is this going to transform the park?
Well, in terms of the park, I mean, the park in 1915 was the heart of everything, and it's why we're celebrating. It built a lot of the buildings, the expo, and so we're not going to transform it in terms of the physical structure of the park. We're going to change very little, but we're going to transform the spirit and the energy of that. There's a couple of key elements. One is a thought leadership forum, sort of modeled after like a TED conference or the Clinton Global Initiative, those sorts of things, but programmed by all of the institutions within Balboa Park, and also all of the institutions outside of Balboa Park in the city, like the La Jolla Playhouse and other institutions. But in addition to that, we'll also bring in the business leaders and the community to be a part of that, and the universities. But the other element of that we're really excited about is we're transforming the Plaza de Panama into what we're calling Celebration Plaza, which is a rotating series of international festivals that will happen throughout the course of the year. So we'll have a major Dia de los Muertos event there, St. Patrick's Day, a whole series of them where a nation gets to showcase their very best for a couple of days. We're actually already working with the Japanese Friendship Garden on a pilot program with that.
And how much is this going to cost?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I mean, obviously it's a multi-million-dollar endeavour. So what we've been charged to do as producers is to come up with it's an interesting structure, because it's got public funding, which is more like seed funding at the moment, to get everything sort of off the ground and created and organised. Then you've got foundations, and also we're starting to get through the phase of working with private companies to bring them into the celebration, and there's many places for them to work within it. So it's obviously a multi-million-dollar celebration. How long is that piece of string is yet to be exactly determined, but the program is pretty scalable, so we're going to be able to deliver all the elements, and the more San Diego and the various constituents get behind it, then the bigger it's going to be.
Phil, back in 1915, the expo drew 4 million people.
Yep.
How many people do you expect to attend this time around?
We expect millions. Actually, San Diego State, the location right here, did a study, and they estimated, based on our programming, that we would fill at least 400,000 room nights. So we expect, particularly from the spectaculars, those are the things that sort of draw the world's attention to San Diego, that will draw a lot of visitors for those. But the idea is that there will be a sustained increase in programming at the park and around the city. It won't be the massive spikes that you might see for like a one-off event. The idea is to build it so that there's just a steady increase, and there will be millions.
And do you expect a lot of international visitors?
Absolutely. I mean, well, Celebration Plaza, the idea of having Plaza de Panama, a series of international celebrations, we were thinking when you travel, the best time to be in a country is when they're having their special day. So we don't want these will be beautiful presentations in terms of the art and the culture and the traditions, but also to bring in the dignitaries from other countries and really try and get San Diego on the headline throughout the world as being a fantastic host.
And we've got to close it there. Adam, Phil, thanks for coming on the program. Anyone who wants to know more can simply go on our website.
Okay,
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.